KFI AM 640. Hey, everybody, it's the Fork Report. All things food every single Saturday. We come together, celebrate food, the people that make it. I am your well-fed host, Neil Saavedra. Thanks for hanging out. Some stories we're following. Evacuations issued for wildfire burn areas due to the threat of mud debris flow. Of course, there's lots of rain going on today in the Southland, and having fires so recently, that's a major concern. Virginia Governor Ralph Northam says that he wasn't in the yearbook racist photo, vows he will not resign. And of course, tomorrow the Los Angeles Rams will take on the New England Patriots for Super Bowl 53. Kickoff starts at 3:30 p.m. and you can hear the game on AM 570 LA Sports, the official home of the Super Bowl. So make sure you check that out tomorrow. Right now, we're chatting with the folks from The Attic and Salud. We're talking with Steve and Angela. So The Attic, you're talking about big, bold flavors, things that really get your attention. What is Salud like, and what are the drink programs that you're focused on?
It's funny because I feel like Salud is a little bit more on the opposite spectrum, where we're looking more at things that enhance your nutritional life rather than just something like we do very hearty meals, but we try to make it out of things from scratch. Like, for example, we have a toast that's made of almond meal, made from our almond milk, and then it's also made of carrot pulp. So it's a little bit different, but we're trying to get it to the point where it's a grain-free, gluten-free option for people who are trying to take that route, but also looking for something that tastes good. We started off as a juice company first, so we are actually certified organic as of this month. And it's all organic cold pressed juice. And then we moved into the food area to provide our customers with something to also eat instead of just drink.
Angela, what does that certification really mean?
The certification means that the state pretty much comes in and makes sure that from start to finish, everything we use is certified organic. So every single apple, every single orange distributor, they also have to be certified organic. It took us about 1.5 years between inspections and lists of produce, and it's extremely thorough, but it just means that when you come to Salud, you're guaranteed an organic product, because you can say that it's organic, but I mean, if you don't have the state coming in inspecting it, anybody could say that.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I think a lot of listeners would have, which is why I asked you to clarify, because a lot of people slap titles on things, mm-hmm. and so I was curious as to what it takes. In a little over 1 year.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
So what are some of the concoctions you have here?
So we brought our 4 famous ones. Okay, I can't use that word. I don't have 2 million views on something. The most popular ones in Long Beach.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I like the honesty.
Right. So these are the ones that I call the beginner juices. They're ones that when people are getting their palate acclimated to vegetables, which a lot of people, hate vegetables or beets or carrots or whatever it is. These are the ones that we can introduce them to. Maybe a celery juice, but it has apple juice in it, so you don't really taste the celery juice. Or we have a beet juice that has orange juice, so it kind of covers the taste, but it also gets your body into the groove of eating vegetables.
They're gateway juices.
They are gateway juices, 100%. And then we have ones that taste like grass, ones that actually taste like beets, and then so you can move on to those ones, but
they probably have more nutritional value.
Yeah. They all have nutritional value for sure, but yeah, it'd be nice to get everyone drinking like a straight green juice every day.
And do you pair them with the food over at The Attic, or does that matter?
Actually, well, we used to. Before we didn't realize we were illegal for the first couple, because we're a raw product, we can't legally sell wholesale. And that's what I based my entire business model off of for the first couple of years, not knowing.
And not understanding we can't serve raw product.
Yeah.
Interesting. So why is that?
It has to do with the fact that raw juice, like we don't add any preservatives, we don't pasteurize, nothing. It goes straight from the juicer into the bottle. It has a very strict 3 to 5 day shelf life, depending on the produce.
Gotcha.
So because of that, we can't sell it to somebody else to then resell.
Gotcha.
Because there's a liability issue.
Yeah, sure.
But we did pair it with a lot of, before we knew that, The Attic was actually my first client. And so I sold juice to them, and they mixed it with whiskey and vodka and
champagne.
Yeah.
Wow. You call it, we'll mix it.
And a lot of those customers still come to Salud and buy bottles to take home to then also do that.
Put booze in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's how you get the nutrients through you.
Exactly.
And you feel good about it.
Yeah. All right, so let's, we only have a couple minutes here. Let's get into some of this food. By the way, this Bloody Mary is ridiculous. Let me describe this for you. So this Bloody Mary came in, and it's got a full-size cheese slider on it. It's got a rib. It's got bacon, and God only knows what else. You got asparagus in here, celery. It's massive. I mean, it's a meal and a half unto itself. How many of these things you go through on a weekend?
We're serving about 1,000 covers on a Sunday and probably about 300 Bloody Marys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do people go through and eat all this stuff and drink it? Is that like that's the one thing they order, or do they order other food with this?
They order other food with it, but it's
formidable.
You can get all that stuff on a Bloody Mary if you like, but there's a lot of different options out there. But if you want to go for it, that's what you get.
It's got everything on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take just a tiny little pull of this here. It smells fantastic. Oh, man. Good for you. You lean on it. That's good, yeah.
It's been said for what you drink is a sweet and smoky, so we did something different. I heard you like old-fashioned, so
yeah.
I went for it.
That was excellent.
Gave you a sweet and smoky. It has a little bit of vodka and, mezcal and some agave, and gives a little bite at the end, which I like in my Bloody Marys.
Yeah, you get that smoke. At first I thought it was the nose of the bacon or the rib, mm-hmm. and then it hits the back of your palate. It's really nice.
We got a nice piece of candy cayenne bacon that does the same thing for your palate.
Oof. And what is this monstrosity in front of me here?
Oh, the Mac and Cheetos has evolved to many different things, but that's the Mac and Cheetos. We got mac and cheese, 3 different kinds of cheese in there, topped with the Cheetos, green onions, but we just went for it and put a fried chicken drumstick right on top for you.
And is this something you order for 6 of your closest friends, or are people coming in and trying to down this on their own?
Oh, come on. You can eat that on your own.
Says, ooh, shoot. And smells great. Pasta's great. Let's throw back a little bit of this, the Cheeto on there. That actually works really, really well.
Yeah, I think that's everybody's reaction. They look at it like, oh, what is this? And then they try it, and the balance is amazing.
Well, the assumption is that it's going to be, kind of a novelty.
Mm-hmm.
But it actually works really well together.
Yeah.
And I like that crunch. Yeah. And the heat is a little muted based because of all the fat and the cheese.
Yeah.
So it's not too hard on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really good. And look, my fingers aren't even red. Because I didn't have to eat it with my hands. That's excellent. I bet you go through a mess of this.
Fun fact, Frito-Lay actually told us that we were, 2 years ago, we were the #1 buyer of Flamin' Hot Cheetos in California. So,
wow.
Yeah, we go through a lot of mac and Cheetos.
Wow, you got to get that on a business card or a T-shirt. That is really cool. Yeah. Something to be proud of. You also have a gorgeous carrot cake here that's stunning.
Yeah, made in-house.
All made in-house?
Yeah, from scratch.
Gorgeous. And what's this dish?
That's a yakameen. So in Louisiana, there's a huge Vietnamese population over there, and that's somewhat of a hangover cure. And
for after they order one of your massive Bloody Marys?
Yeah. Soba noodles, little jalapenos, some sambal. We put an egg on there.
That is dangerous.
Everything you need for a hangover in that dish.
Man, that broth alone is pitch perfect. Good for you.
Yeah, we take the brisket, and then that's made with all the brisket juices. Really, really good.
Oh my gosh, that you can tell that it's not something that's thrown together. That's married for a while. Those flavors are really deep and rich.
Definitely.
Good for you. Well, I wish you guys the best, and I appreciate you coming in. I hope that people during Dine Out Long Beach get out there and say hello. You can go to, of course, the Attic. You can go to Salud. So you can feel bad about yourself by stuffing your face, and then the next day you feel good about yourself by drinking juices.
All about the balance, right?
Yeah, it's Balance indeed.
Balance.
Yeah, that's excellent. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank
Nice
you
to
so
meet
much for
Thank
having us,
you.
Neil.
It is the Fork Report. I'm Neil Savager, KFI AM 640. Let's get the latest news now with Amy King in the KFI newsroom.
Cold weather.